Hey everyone, my name is Lucy Hudson. I am the youth director here at First Church DeLand. Welcome to the Family Reunion podcast. We are going to do a little segment where we included the youth. They are going to come in and record little segments of their testimony based on the curriculum that we've been doing. The thing we've been doing is called the Serving Challenge. It's a video series, and we are halfway through. And the pastor is basically going through and teaching us how to serve well, which fits into what we're doing at youth group. Our theme this year is kicking butt for the kingdom. And one point within that we read earlier this year was you kick butt for kingdom by living like Jesus and sharing your testimony. So we thought the Serving Challenge would be a really cool way to learn how to serve well, how to kick butt for the kingdom well, and how to live like Jesus just outside the church walls. So we've kind of hit on how to serve with a good attitude and how to be available to serve. So I made 4 to 5 questions for the youth to choose from to kind of point them in a good direction to go. So I'm just going to read them now. One of them was, have you ever served with a bad attitude? What was your experience? Have you ever served with an attitude that was like Jesus? How do the two compare? That's one of them. Another one is, have you ever been more willing to serve because your attitude was pointed towards Jesus? Another one was, has there been a time recently where you served someone with a good attitude? One of them was, we quoted Romans chapter 12, verse 2, and that says, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The pattern of this world is often busyness. How can we be different than the world and be available to serve like Jesus instead of being busy? And the last question the students got to choose from was, has there been a time recently when you chose to be available and to serve someone else? So I hope you guys enjoy. It'll be little segments of all of our youth sharing bits and pieces of their testimony and what they're learning here at youth group.
Okay, and now we have Drew Adams, 11th grader, dual enrolling currently.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to say?
A lot of the questions that were on the board there that we had to pick and choose from were mostly about serving. And the one time I could think about serving, at least in the church, was for the pumpkin patch. And it was like around the morning time, I think. And everyone was out there. It was raining. Everyone was tired, and I hadn't eaten lunch. I hadn't eaten breakfast. And I was really, really nauseous. And I kept thinking to push through it, like, okay, I'm trying to think. It was just the idea of pushing through it to help with the church and to help the overall greater good there. Even if my help wasn't necessarily needed, like I could have left, and things probably could have continued on as they were, but it was just the idea of trying to serve for the greater good of the church and to push through that so that way I could at least feel like I'd accomplished something for the day. That was what sprung to mind whenever I saw those questions.
Very cool. Well, thank you for sharing.
All right, what is your name?
I'm Xander.
And what grade are you in?
I'm in 9th grade.
That's awesome. We have been talking about serving at youth group. We've been doing this serving challenge studies, and I have Xander here with me. He was telling me a story about how he doesn't have a problem serving at all, and I wanted him to share a little bit about that because I think that's a really unique gift a lot of kids your age don't have. So tell me about the story with your mom.
I was just like, it was around 7 o'clock and I was still sleeping. She woke me up to tell me to clean the house because we needed to do a HOA board meeting, and I just got up and did it. It wasn't really that much of a problem.
And that's awesome. I was telling Xander that not a lot of freshman boys in high school would enjoy being woken up in their sleep on a day where they were going to get to sleep in to help their mom. But I was asking Xander, I was like, do you feel annoyed? Were you stressed out? And what'd you tell me?
I said it wasn't that big of a problem.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a problem. And so I was just pointing out to Xander, like, he's got a gift of serving. He has got this immaculate ability to say, you know what, I'm just doing it because it needs to be done. And so we were just brainstorming Xander's ability to be able to serve in the future, because he's just got such a kind heart and a great attitude about it, and that's awesome. Thank you, Xander.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Belle. I'm in 8th grade.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. I'm in 8th grade.
So what question did you choose?
I choose, how has there been a time recently you have served someone with a good attitude?
In Wednesday youth group, Kaylee, at dinner time, she doesn't like putting up her chair because she can't put it up correctly for some reason. She says it's hard for her to put up, so I always have to do it for her, but I guess it's worth it because she's my friend.
Yeah. Help Belle with her food on Wednesday.
Yeah, because I can't do it by myself.
Yeah.
I'm just too scared to go up. I'm just too scared to go up to get my food. Yes, Kaylee helps me a lot.
Hi, my name is Sophia.
And my name's Isabel. And the question we're answering is, the pattern of this world is busyness. How can we be different than the world and be available to serve like Jesus?
I think us as teenagers, we're so busy with school, with sports, and life can get very busy, but I feel like we can stop making excuses, because sometimes we're just lazy and we make excuses not to spend time with God, and like we don't actually want that relationship. We just want to like check off a to-do list, and I feel like that's something that we shouldn't do. We should actually crave a relationship with God, and maybe that can help us like want to do it and not like make excuses and not be lazy.
Yeah, and you have to change your mindset, like, to be able to serve others, because you can't serve someone if you have a bad attitude, or if you're in the attitude of being busy when you're actually not. So yeah, and you have to look for opportunities to serve, because they're not always gonna just come to you.
Yeah. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Very nice. Hello, we have Elizabeth with us, and you are a senior? Is that correct? Dual enrolling?
Yes.
Excellent. The question that she is answering is, have you recently, or somewhat recently, been available to help someone, to serve someone?
A few years ago, I was at the library and there was this teenage girl crying. She was crying a lot for a while, and for a few minutes, I kind of waited for some parent or adult to go ask her what's wrong, because, you know, that's what our adults are supposed to do when someone's upset. But after a while, I decided that adult wasn't gonna go up and talk to her, so I did. And I was thinking, yay, maybe I'll make a new friend.
Mm-hmm.
This was good, and I asked her what was wrong, and she told me that her boyfriend had cheated on her.
Ouch.
And then I asked what her age was, because I was kind of confused, and I'm pretty sure she said she was 13.
Oh.
Which, you know, it's not kind of okay.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, and after I calmed her down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and just, you know, listening to her,
Yeah.
I kind of offered the best advice I could. Dump him.
Yeah.
You
That's
will
a good
find
idea.
the one. God always has a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And 13 is way too young for a boyfriend anyway.
Brilliant advice.
And shortly after that, we left the library, and I never saw her again.
Well, hopefully she took your advice with her.
True, but the point I have with this is we never really know how we affect people.
Very true.
After all, we're not them, and it's likely that they don't even know that we're affecting them. The only one who knows how we affect people is God, because he has the context of what's in their hearts.
Very true.
Yeah.
Excellent. Anything else you'd like to add?
I kind of do.
Okay, go ahead.
If we're nice to each other and love each other like Jesus did,
Mm-hmm.
love thy neighbor and love thyself, it kind of starts a happiness and goodwill ripple effect that, if strong enough, will multiply across all of humanity.
Very true. I think of the word chain reaction, like
Yep.
as a nuclear chain reaction.
Yeah. Or, a stone ripple effect that knocks other stones into the water.
Ah, yeah. Good point. Thank you
Yep.
very much.
Thanks.
All right.
Hi, my name is Cheyenne Long, and I'm in 7th grade, and today we will be talking about how we are different from the world through Jesus.
Hi, I'm Isla. I'm in 6th grade, and I'm going to be answering the same question.
Hi, my name is Georgia, and I'm in 7th grade, and I'm going to be answering the same question as them too.
I think that when I look at the world and me, sometimes I don't see much of a difference because I try to be like the world and not listen to what Jesus is telling me and just doing what I think is best instead of following their plan. And I think that I need to look more at what they're telling me instead of listening to what other people think, because it's not important. It only matters what he says.
I can answer that question by almost like what Cheyenne said, but trusting myself through the process, because I know that other people can tempt me that they're better than me and stuff, but God made me for a reason, and I should have faith in myself and trust myself.
I think we just need to remember that, God made us the way we are for a reason, and, we shouldn't have to change that to, try and fit in, because we're going to find people that like us the way we are.
I think that when we look at ourselves as a person, that we overthink it, and we're just a human being. And we're much more than that because we're made in God's image. And I think that that's really important because we have to know that it's okay to love ourselves the way we are, because we're made through God and not through the world, you could say.
I also, when I was last year, I would always think of what people thought of me and not what, my main friends thought of me, and, all my other friends, the friends that aren't close to me. I would always just go based off of what they think of what I am, and then I base myself off that. But now that I've gotten with God a little closer and have my real friends with me, I have learned to trust in God and be faithful to Him because He made us. Yeah.
I am so thankful for everybody that's around me and that they're there to comfort me, even the hardest times. And I think that we should always know who the true creator is and let him take the wheel and not ourselves. And that's it for today, guys.
Excellent.
Bye.
Peace.